while we're waiting here.
And the Pool B we go. There's Moran.
Playing the heavyweight boxer game and coming into the ring last, I believe. That's what we can see here.
Moran Ozan and Samurai International take on UBB Gavekal. Look at the enthusiasm of UBB Gavekal.
Quite a few local boys in the UBB Gavekal side too there, Brucey. Valley and Kowloon. A little bit of a local derby.
At some point, making their way onto the pitch.
I don't know. And we're just being visited by the Sunderland chairman, Football Club Fan Club of Hong Kong, Mr. Billy Mason, a Hall of Famer for Hong Kong rugby. He's also got the biggest ears that ever been seen in rugby here in Hong Kong.
Pleased you said ears there, because he was a fair referee in his time as well.
Aye, very good referee, great rugby player was Billy.
Well, Billy's the director of the Hong Kong 10s here. He's doing a great job.
Samurai,
good luck, Billy.
Coming onto the pitch very late there.
Right.
Who's getting that?
So we've got the Samurai in the light blue tops or turquoise tops, and the UBB, the Garavat, in the dark blue with stripes.
Vertical or horizontal?
Yeah.
They're hoops if they're horizontal.
Ah, horizontal hoops, as opposed to vertical hoops. Here we go. Kick-off coming from the Samurai. Oh, quick little change of direction there. Nicely up in the air. Unfortunately, knocked it on.
You have to say that was a bit of a mismatch in size there. If the big fellow had taken it cleanly.
I'm going to say I think all the big boys are on the UBB side, but nevertheless, this Samurai's got some pretty solid talent.
So there's a restart here with the scrum half to the Samurai team.
I think first scrum, Robin, really interesting. I think they'll both have a go.
Bit of pressure coming through, but the ball's away.
Oh, nice angle there. Lovely onto the ball. Popped it up. Support there. Oh, that was a tackle.
And he's picked up. And unfortunately, it looked like there was a knock on there.
Knocked on in the tackle. Very unlucky, but referee got that right.
But that tackle made the big difference there. That tackle went in, spilled the ball. Just couldn't quite gather it up. Good Gavekal. He was away. I don't think anyone would have caught him, except the referee.
Yeah, we've only played about 1 minute, 1.5 minutes of this game, but it looks like it's going to be a cracker, actually.
Yep.
Well, that first scrum, Gavekal put a lot of pressure on, so I think they'll try it again here.
Well, it's always a bit of an issue when you've got to provide one to strike the ball, because you come on with a 5 push.
The other issue, though, is defensively, if you put too much pressure on the scrum and they get away, there's a huge blind side here.
It all comes down to your hooker getting down there and see if he can get the weight on real quick. Interesting when Gavekal get a feed to see how it goes, but indeed a lot of pressure coming on that scrum.
I think I'm going to put my arm out here and say Gavekal are really dominating this.
Samurai scrum. As you say, Leighton, you're correct there with. Sorry, as you say, you're correct there, Leighton, with a 5-man push, and that hooker having to put his foot up to on the feed. It's a little difficult, isn't it? Puts a lot of pressure on that front row, and
looking a bit better. Won it. Come clean, Samurai. They're up there quick. Still holding the ball though. Moving forward, Samurai. Lost the ball, spilled out.
It was well ripped.
Yes. Gavekal just set themselves. Just set a platform. Still have the ball. Running. Big tackle. Not releasing.
I'd say Gavekal started this game far stronger than they started the game against the Exiles,
Indeed.
which they eventually won. I mean, they're in their own half, but they're putting pressure on. Big hits.
Well, they're competing well. I mean, it's a pretty even tussle at the moment. Obviously, Samurai being down in their half, but Gavekal are not giving away any quarter.
And they have got a couple of really cute Fijians with flair, I think, with the ball in their hand. We saw the chap out in the right wing here.
You know any Fijian without flair?
Yeah. Well, it could be wearing tight jeans. Yeah.
It could be. Aye, that's true, Brucey. Nice taking the line out there. Oh,
And-
strong run,
And that's
nearly
another way to
through.
play the game, straight into them.
Certainly committing a lot of people to tackle there. What's he taking on there? Knocked
And
back,
that-
offside?
The hits
Yeah,
that are coming in that
offside.
line, standing up there. This is going to be a physical game of rugby.
Mind you, could be worried you're taking 3 men to hold 1. You can get that ball out, you should have a pretty solid advantage. But those big boys just require that many more extra hands on them to drag them down. The key is getting that ball out real quick, moving it to space.
Definitely there, Leighton. And it looks like the Gavekal boys, excuse me, the Gavekal boys are slowing the game down. They're just playing it into the corners and doing the kickings when they're.
Oh, that was nicely double-handed.
Because I think they feel that they've got a bigger side here. So.
Yeah. Look at this now, first scoring chance for Gavekal. What are they going to do with it? Oh, another penalty. And here we go. Oh, unlucky. This is interesting.
Possibly, would you go for a scrum? I would say.
No, I think they'll just go big. No.
Yep, they are. Scrum. Good call, Robin
It took the
Redbury.
scrum
I
half to
don't
tell
know,
us.
they're going to play the power game today, I think.
I'm a bit worried that the scrum half came up with that, Bruce. You and I were a bit slow on that, but
I'm
anyway.
gonna say,
I'm going to say
the front row weren't putting their hands up there, were they?
Yeah, no.
Another scrum?
well, the Samurai were front row weren't with their hands up.
Aye.
I think they can walk this all the way.
Well, we'll see, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Well, again, it's going to be interesting here to see this time Gavekal's got a strike and whether they can
Aye.
maintain that pressure. We'll just see whether they have a dominant scrum or they're just being opportunist in terms of the numbers that are pushing in that pack.
Correct there, Leighton. Yeah, it's depending on whether the foot needs to come up or not. And,
Yeah, see, look at that. Unlucky.
Mr. Dooley, we bow to your knowledge again, exactly.
Did it not look like they were back 10, but we'll play the referees.
Unlucky on the line, though.
I was going to say the yellow card could be coming out soon, I think, if they keep doing this.
4 penalties in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, on a try-scoring opportunity.
That's good. That's just a warning. That rather than the straight yellow, like it's better.
Yeah, needs to be a warning first, I think.
A lot better effort, though, coming in here for Gavekal. They're looking a lot more determined. Down low, and he's through. Look at that.
Well, that's a try you almost don't expect to see in this level of rugby. He just picked his man and ran over him.
And that's a try to...
Magnificent try, UBB Gavekal against Samurai International.
number 6. And that was Matt Graham from New Zealand. And he's playing in Bayonne, Bordeaux at the moment, and he's in the under-20s. So there you go. That's what an under-20 looks like.
Well, he's New Zealand under-20s.
Well, this is the first time today, boys. First time today, boys. I think you'd say the lower seeded team has put his nose in front. Well, actually, I believe Gavekal was seeded lower in their other game, but they're a better team than that. But this is, they may be the surprise package in this tournament.
Well, it's great about these teams. I mean, I know all these teams come with some good history.
Well, it's a great kick-off, and he's carved up. He's carved up. He's going to hold that
Nice
ball
run.
almost all the way.
Now just going to set themselves, get there quickly. Oh, and they lost it. That was a turnover, a steal.
Not sure what happened there. They did look like they came from the side, but very good game.
Very competitive. There we go, getting rid of that ball.
So the pressure's coming on hard and fast, and
Not mucking around.
the only thing they can do is give it a kick.
Quick line-out ball there for Gavekal. Not too sure whether it's working for them at the moment because they're still going backwards.
big hit coming in from Samurai.
They just
Need
have
to do
enough
something
people.
to turn this game around because Gavekal are really on the front foot.
I think Gavekal just need to, unlucky.
Well, that was well out from the Samurai boys. They worked hard to get out of there, and they succeeded in getting the penalty in the end.
I think they got on the right side of that decision as well, actually. There was a lot of pressure coming on from Gavekal. And but now the game will settle down. We haven't seen much of Samurai with the ball. And they're obviously a very good rugby team.
Well, they sort of had Gavekal camped down there a little bit, and Gavekal's out and scored, and I think that's given them a bit of confidence. If they just settle down, like you say, I think they're going to not just try and use that bulk of theirs, I think. Robin? Mind you, speaking of bulk. Oh, big fella spilled it forward, unfortunately.
I suppose a chap that size has always got a likelihood of getting caught from behind because nothing in front of him was stopping him.
Unfortunately, I think the Southern Hemisphere, they teach, well, in the Northern Hemisphere, we teach look for the spaces, not faces. But I think in Southern Hemisphere, it's look for the face, not the space.
Yes.
He didn't look.
He was not looking, he was looking for that hit, wasn't he?
Yeah. No hint of a sidestep coming in there at all. But unlucky if he'd held that. I think that would have been a good piece. 30 seconds now to go. Gavekal up 7-0. Samurai really need to score here.
Another Gavekal scrum. Leighton, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
I will say Gavekal looked the strongest side at the moment, and only up by 7 points is, well, hats off to the Samurai. So
Is that a penalty?
half time might bring a new game.
Harsh refereeing on the
that scrum.
on the Samurai team there for the scrum. But
anyway, I think that's a penalty kick. They're still going to play the line out. 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go.
Last play of the game. Or last play of the half, I should say.
Yep. Is Gavekal going to have a go here, or they're just going to put the ball out and have a bit of a rest and regroup?
I think they'll have a go. Leighton. Good ball, reasonable position.
Nice take, yep. There we go. Big pass out wide. Oh, look at that. Andy's through. I don't think they're going to catch him. Each one of those strides is about 20 feet.
There was a lot. He did a lot. There was a lot of work. There was step in, step out, a handoff, and a goose step. I think that was it. So
I think
you know,
most other things. I don't know if he did
That
a
was
somersault
number 16,
as well.
Glenn Karakiki. And
He's
believe it or
been-
not, he's from Fiji.
he's from Fiji.
He's been threatening to do that. He's the guy that was 3 foot holding up earlier on. Just the quick feet, the pace, the strength.
He used every trick in the backs book there, I'd say. And a lot of pace with it.
And the Samurai boys did nothing wrong there apart from they put 2 men on him, but he still got through.
Yeah.
So he stepped in, hand off one, and stepped out again.
But that's a huge score at this stage in the game.
That was
just before half time.
big score for them.
They're going to be feeling pretty good. Samurai, certainly no slouches. Very fierce competitors and done very, very well over the years. So Gavekal's going to be happy with that at half time.
It was my plan actually for Scottish rugby. That was why I was so keen on independence, because actually I felt we should actually have been opening embassies in all the southern hemisphere nations, and with big compounds where we could invite some families to live so they could satisfy the residency qualifications. I mean, back to my Highlands and Islands Scotland reception, Scotland selection policy. Would really improve the game? No way. It seemed perfectly reasonable to me, Robin.
I'm not sure what to say now.
So early in the tournament, fantastic play by both teams.
Well, I'm back to the Six Nations and actually the Super Rugby that's going on at the moment. There's some tremendous rugby going on. Scotland, for one, they've been playing some very good rugby, as you said before. I think Stuart Hogg, who's got the did he have the Six Nations Man of the Match or Six Nations?
He got picked man of the tournament again. I think that was rather generous because he's a great attacking machine, but comparing to Ben Smith, he doesn't put himself in the game quite enough. Maybe with a dominant pack and alliance team.
Possibly.
I mean, I think to justify selecting him over some of these really secure, kicking defensively fullbacks, they've got to be putting him in the game.
Right, yeah.
But he is he's very, very quick.
He's definitely got to be on the list to go. That's for sure.
On the list, yeah.
I say you need your scorers, your playmakers, and your scorers, and he seems to do that very well.
There was a suggestion to play him in the wing from Jim Walker, our old friend, but I don't think so. I think he's into space, but we'll see. I mean, they tried him as an auxiliary standoff in this last Lions tour, the midweek games.
Well, you never know. You know, it's we had Stephen Larkham, who was an ex-winger, who moved very successfully to the Australian team as fly half, and probably one of the best fly halves you've had in the Australian team. Then again, they've had many fly halves, or successful fly halves.
No, I said that. Yeah, there was a position that Scotland has done over the years, but I just think the team's done better, and it would be good if we had a reasonable contingent to get a starter. A couple of starters in the Lions team would be good. Where our strengths are, though, quite like where the other teams are. Back to this game, which is much more interesting and pertinent. Samurai with the ball, and you can imagine Robin, they're going to come out very hard here.
Held up more and turnover. That was good play there.
10-a-side rugby, Robin, and there were 8 people in that contact area there. that is physical rugby.
I said they're defending the inside shoulder, squeezing in, making them work hard, and then.
But they have the flair players themselves out wide if they get the ball.
So the score from the start of the second half is Gavekal is 14 points and Samurai are.
It's actually 2.5 minutes in already, Robin. This is flying by.
It seems to be.
And here we go. Gavekal seem to be continuing in the way that they were in the first half. No, they're not. Oh, nicely picked up in the air there.
Down.
And a good recovery Fijian tackle as well.
He's worked hard, he's gone through the gap.
He's driving well, can he just set it up? Oh, there's a clean out. Maybe a bit harsh. What do you think? Certainly cleaned him out well.
I'd like to see the TM on that one, but yeah, a little bit unlucky there, but the referee saw something different.
I think it was a fairly legitimate clean out to be.
Well, I think the other problem is if you go for a clean out and you hit someone, he gives away that easily. You know, I'm not saying, you know, you just follow through. I mean, it was a bit hard.
Has he actually got contact on that ball? You know, is he?
So, I mean, he hit him, and if the bloke had stood, then maybe he stayed on his feet. But if he just gave way like that, your inclination is to just follow through, and you would go over.
King's College from Australia gone past there. They played really well in the first game.
Didn't know they had a college in Australia. Anyway.
Okay, it's now got to the stage that Samurai have got to score fairly soon. 14-0, 4 minutes to go.
Nice flick of the ball out of the round there. Back to our man. Nicely kept in. They're going to stay there. Well done. Kept that ball in play very well. To Gavekal. Now they're setting it.
So keeping that ball alive.
He stood well though in the tackle all the same. Bit of a hospital. Turnover. Samurai, nicely done. They're coming away with the ball now. They've got a few options. Stepping well.
It needs to go now. There we go. Hands on. Let's go. Hands, hands, hands.
They've still got control of the ball. Nicely done. But they really need to turn this into some points. Time's ticking away.
The Gavekal team are actually pincering on the outside, about 2 or 3 out, which is bringing them back into the
very quick pass
towards the ruck situation.
Big number 3 took a bigger run up there, but still couldn't get through. They're throwing everything at it, but Gavekal's keeping them pinned. They can't seem to find a way through.
Well,
Bit of a line up here. Well, Maybe he should have let that ball go. I think.
Big tackles
That's
coming
a great
in still.
tackle. Need to see a clear and obvious release there. That's unfortunate.
It was a clear and obvious non-release, I think, out there, Robin.
I think they must have reset the clock when I came here. Started at 7, I think.
Yes, the clock.
Yeah, I think when I got back here, it had 7 minutes on it, so I didn't believe I was away for a 3-minute visit. Anyway. Yeah, no, I think whatever, when they started the second half, Bruce, they started at 7, not 10. So I thought I'd been away for a pretty short bit. Anyway, so there is plenty of time at the moment then, I suppose, for Samurai. But they still need to turn some of this possession into points.
But yeah,
But Gavekal's not giving it away easy.
I think if you were Gavekal and you're looking at the clock, that would have disheartened you slightly. But
Yeah.
that's just, you know where he's going.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game of two halves. The Samurai boys are looking a little bit, look at a different team actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they get one, Robin, you'd think they might get another one.
Yeah, he's through. Nicely done. He's a big old boy thrown in, and there it goes.
Might be at that time to have a look for the TMO. We're having a conference with the sideline referee.
Flag didn't go up. I think he's going to give it.
Confident.
Yeah.
Assistant referee confident it was no touch. So
What's the call here? There's a bit of an altercation.
We have the two referees. We have the end of field referee who I guess judges for weather tries, etc. And then we have the sideline
Looked
referee.
pretty good to me. He's having a word to one of the players though. So what's he saying? No try.
Oh,
Try.
A try is going to be
Try. It
given.
is a try. Yep.
Well,
Pretty good.
As I say, the game of two halves. This one, it's Samurai have come out firing.
Well, they needed to. Nevertheless, I think Gavekal did make him work hard for it. I don't think that's through, so it's 14-5.
they need 2 more scores.
Right.
But Gavekal needs the ball now. They need the ball for a minute or so.
Fresh set of legs coming on now for Gavekal.
Oh,
There you go, quick kick-off. That was a cheeky little one, that one.
That was a well, what you see in front of you, I guess, against other play, wasn't it? Well, you would have thought he picked it up, but
Cheeky kick-off, and then he saw a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Referee calls play on attention stations.
What's the referee's?
Penalty for the referee for
Stand by for a big finish.
an unforeseen discretion.
Yeah, you would have thought actually the best chance he would have picked that ball up really and hang on to it.
possibly.
No, the kick through was great. Went into touch down deep. It was decent.
Ah, well, that's why I stick to 15s, Bruce, and they keep me off the Vatican 10s. Don't let me make all those hard decisions.
Well, the weather's cooled down a little bit here, so it hopefully it won't be so taxing on the players now. And
Next up, by the way, is out and a must win for the Scottish Exiles against the Gladiators, who have played well themselves. Quick, fast team. But this is good for Gavekal. They've got the ball back.
Yeah, they have.
we've got the ball back.
Samurai couldn't afford to lose that line out.
There's 2 minutes to go, and I think it'd be whether you close the game down or you try and get that extra point.
I think
that's
they'll
the couple
keep
points.
playing for the
Best
points.
form of defence is attack, really. When you go slacking a bit casual, unfortunately, that's where you lose it. So I think Gavekal's going to keep hammering.
This guy's been very good, number 7.
Oh, just locked it.
But
Gavekal number
this
7.
could bounce the other way.
Aorangi Stokes from New Zealand.
Oh,
Orangi Stokes is the North Harbour boy, North Shore, New Zealand.
and penalty Samurai though. So this
I'll be back there in about 4 weeks, mate. I'll check it out for you.
A bit like our famous Rob
Grimley.
Rob Grinley on
Oh.
Old North Shore.
Yeah, East Coast Bays boy. Played a lot of rugby also for Hong Kong. Good
Right.
Rob Grimley.
got an injury on the pitch here. I think referee's going up.
Well, this has been a big old tussle out here at the moment. Got to say, it's a bit against Samurai. They need to get two scores to get through this. 51 seconds on the clock.
But they have stepped up, haven't they? They're Samurai boys. They needed to play this half.
I think Gavekal's just going to... They might have stolen the ball there, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be it. There's going to be no rush to this. This is normally, Brucey, where you and I take about 5 minutes to get to the next scrum. And then when we get there, we feign an injury. And
that would be game.
5 minutes to get to the next scrum.
Yeah, that's speeding.
And the rest of the game.
And the rest of the game. Mate, nothing I love better.
We have a man down actually at the moment.
Local boy from football club, Sebastian Alfonsi, on for Gavekal, number 17.
Well, there's going to be a bit of a turn up for the books, I think, here. Mind you, Gavekal, an unknown entity, but they've done well to overturn Samurai, who are no slouches and pretty solid side when it comes to the 10s.
Much as I'd like to support the Scottish Exiles, you've got to think that these two teams here are the two teams that are going to go through to the top half of this draw. Obviously, Scottish Exiles have got the Gladiators next, and then they'll have Samurai later on to have a go at them and give it everything they've got. But they look like two very good teams here.
Now, please correct me if wrong. Is it Samurai's first game of the
No,
of the
Samurai beat the Gladiators earlier on. Gladiators played well early. I mean, Scottish, I suppose, would take heart from how well they held Gavekal until they lost their man. But I think Gavekal have stepped up in this game
No,
considerably.
you're right. They're looking at a better side here at the moment,
Yeah.
Brucey. I think they're just going to want to hold this ball. And
I mean, nothing to lose for the Scottish Exiles team.
here you go. Would you really run this, or would you tow it? So, the old clock stop at the moment. I presume they're using up a bit of injury time. Sitting at 16. Had fun with the clock now.
Unfortunately, offside there.
Go for the line out, I think, here, and no rush. Yep.
A wee bit of skirmishing.
Players are going to stay 5 metres before the ball comes out the back of the scrum.
Okay.
And that's the clock finally, after a few changes.
They've taken the
running
tap,
down
and it
to
should
0,
be
and he'll kick it out, and that's
All over.
game over. And I think the first surprise of the tournament, gentlemen.
Well, and what is a remarkable result.
Have to say that would be indeed the case,
And
Brucey.
one that will echo right across the competition. UBB Gavekal.
very good game.
Take out.